What's going on, everybody? It's Caleb Sells. I just went thrifting yesterday. I got 105 items on the day. I wanted to pop on here and kind of break down why I pick up every single item that I picked up. I did start listing the items yesterday. So I'm actually going to jump into my screen and show you the items I already listed, just so that I can show you guys every single item. All right. I picked up these Faraday board shorts. I actually paid only like $4 for these. They don't sell for big money, and I am kind of getting close to finishing picking up summer items. But because it's such a strong brand and it was cheap, I definitely was happy to pick those up. Same thing for these Nike sweat shorts. Paid about $4 for these. Just try to sell those quick. Paid $6 for these Lululemon shorts, which is honestly just a great price. The thrift store had them priced up a little bit, and then they had to reprice them because nobody bought them at their price of $25. So I was able to swoop in there once they lowered the price. Paid $6 for these Peter Millar shorts. I only picked them up because they were the performance-y ones, like the really stretchy material. Still not amazing sellers. The Peter Millar shorts kind of went down this year. They sold amazing for me last year. But I'm still happy to pick them up in a nice, perfect condition. I think I paid $6 for them. I did pay up a little bit for these Onia shorts. Because they were new with tags and had a really nice style, I saw a used pair sold for 35, $40. Weren't many new comps. There were some low comps as well. But I took a gamble, picked them up for $12. And you can see here, I listed them for 40. Got a cheap pair of LL Bean shorts. I can see that my thrift stores are also trying to liquidate their summer items. So I am trying to take advantage of the cheap pricing on the shorts and short sleeve items if I can sell them quickly. LL Bean sells amazing in my store. I do price it very affordably to move it quick. So here's another $4 into 20-ish bucks. Paid up for this Jordan hoodie. It's like a sleeveless hoodie. Paid, I think, $12 for that. But amazing comps on the Jordan sleeveless hoodie. There was one just like this sold for $48. I listed mine for $50 because there was none quite like it listed. Paid $2 for this chest guard. It's like a catcher's baseball shirt. It has like a padded, like a hard, chest guard, obviously, right here in the tank top. It's baseball season, so hopefully that will sell quick. Got this Shot Bros all over print shirt. Wouldn't have picked it up if it was basic, but I thought the print really stood out, had that Y2K style. A UNRL, Unreal performance polo. This one was the performance peak model, which it said right inside the like the back underneath the collar. And that model sells really well, good size of 2XL. Paid $5 for this Chubbies polo. Honestly, not a great item after looking it up. I picked it up without looking it up. It did have like this neon flamingo on it. So I'm hoping that kind of stands out. The model was the Dude. So there you go. Picked up 4 Peter Millar summer comforts because they were size 2XL. Listing them for $26, just trying to sell those quickly. And I got these Kizik's for $12. This is a great little brand. It used to be really, really good. They're still pretty decent if you can get them cheap. They're hands-free slip-on shoes, but they still tie, so they look like normal shoes, but they're slip-on. And the last item that I already have listed were these Puma golf pants. I paid $12 for these. I mostly picked them up because I have a good friend that told me to look for some golf pants, and these were his size. So I probably wouldn't have paid $12 for them, but there were comps of $35, $40. So definitely could be worse there. All right, so that's everything that I already took pictures of and listed. I'm going to say what's up to the chat. Rhiannon's here. Happy Friday. That's right. Big John's here. Finally made a live stream. And Tam's here. And Amy's here. Morning from Omaha, Nebraska. New subscriber. Welcome to the family. Okay, I do have a couple more items here that I picked up that I already kind of put to process just because, like I said, I was trying to get some listed yesterday. I paid $4 for these REI shorts. Nothing crazy here. Just once again, the outdoor brands sell really well in my store, so I'm grabbing them when they're cheap. And I can tell that they're going to start switching to fall here very soon. So uh, another cheap summer item. And you can see all the items I listed and pulled were summer items because I'm trying to get those listed as quick as possible, get them sold before summer's over. Paid $3 for some Polo Ralph Lauren swim trunks. Once again, mostly grabbed it because it's cheap. I paid $5 for these Willet shorts. They are new with tags. This is not something I'd recommend picking up. Um, I have a family friend that likes this brand, so I got to see if she wanted these, which she didn't, so I'm just going to sell. Not a great brand. I wouldn't recommend picking that up. It's kind of like an Amazon. It almost has an Eddie Bauer tag, so I wonder if it's like an Eddie Bauer, like cheaper line. Not sure. Okay, here I have some Nike Purdue shorts. Shout out to Surfs Up Finds. Brad, he's a Boilermaker. The reason I grabbed this is these are actually team issue. So when you see this here, that's team issue. So if you type in Purdue, is it on field? Purdue on field, this little tag here. Purdue on field, what did I just say? Oh, team issue or player issue. I forget which one you type in. Sometimes I put both. The comps jump. And I got those for, I think like $3-4. A lot of the shorts were like in that $8 to $10 range. Plus I have the half off discount plus 25% off additionally. Los Angeles Thrifter says, what state are you in? I'm in Ohio. And another pair of the same thing. These player issue. Now see, these ones aren't as like fancy as the other one, but because they were together, I might just sell them together. Okay, and last item I already pulled is this Mountain Hardwear shirt, size XL. The basic button-up shirts from this brand are nothing to write home about. I picked it up because it was $3. Worst case scenario, that's a $15 shirt. And once again, those outdoor brands just sell amazing in my store. So MB Designs is here. Good morning from Texas. Is it super hot there? We had like a cool day yesterday. It was so nice. It felt like fall. The goat's here. Millennial Prophet. What's up, Adam? Definitely a good YouTube channel for you guys to check out if you're wanting to scale beyond like thrifting. He does a lot of retail and online arbitrage, and he's helped me make a ton of money doing that. All right, let's jump into some more items here. Picked up this Under Armour short sleeve hoodie. The sleeveless hoodies and short sleeve hoodies sell really well for me. Nothing crazy, but I think I paid like that $4 or $5 range for this one. It sells for about 20. I'll probably list at 25. I'll probably sell it for 20. Okay, I paid $6 for some Nike woven joggers. I don't know if you can really see the material, but it's kind of like that waxy, canvasy kind of woven is the right term, like eBay item specific wise. But yeah, I love picking up the joggers, especially the casual ones. Like the active ones are good, but the casual ones are even better in Nike. I'm just going to take this summer stuff off so I can put it on the top of my pile when I'm done so that I can get it listed quick. But I love the casual stuff from Nike. You pick it up for, let's say, $5-6. You sell it for $25. I just do that so many times. I say this in like all my videos, but if you watch my top 10 brands video, you'll see that I just sell so much Nike stuff. Okay, I paid. So here's the tag. Here's a little example of the discounts. $10. Orange was half off, so I paid $5, but I also have 25% off my entire order. How I'm able to do that is it is a senior discount day at this thrift store, so my mom comes with me and helps me out at the thrift store by checking out and getting me the discount, and also she kind of does a double check over my items, helps me take hangers off and move a little quicker and things like that. So that's 5 plus 25% off, so like $4 basically. These are some Nike Tiger Woods golf pants. That little TW logo. Great item for only $4. Normally they would have this price at like $20. So I don't know if they're just pricing down the golf stuff. It does have a little bit of like, I don't know, light wear. Is that coming through? So maybe that's why they priced it down. But heck, I might try these on myself. Either way, even in that condition, $20 could be a little bit better potentially. Okay, paid $7.50 for another pair of the Nike joggers. For the Nike items, you come to this tag on the inside, flip up this one. Here we go. Okay. Where's my camera? Am I on my camera? Okay. That little 6-digit number is the style code. So that's how you can find the exact style name, which is how I'm able to sell these quick for that $25 mark or so. Can you guys hear the person weed whacking outside my house? Very curious. It's supposed to have like background noise reduction on the software I'm using, but it's so loud. It's really distracting me. All right. I paid $4.50 for some Cloudveil hiking pants. This is not like an amazing outdoor brand. Their merino wool stuff does sell pretty well. But for $4.50, once again, I'm just going with the expensive outdoor brands retail. Those just sell so good in my store at $4.50. It's the perfect time to be selling these hiking pants as we're transitioning from summer to fall. Even in summer, people will wear pants because they don't want to get like ticks or bug bites on their legs. So that's just a really nice item for the season. MB Design says it's been cooler this week. Thank goodness. Miss Lachey is here. How's it going? Send me all your good stuff. I need it. I need it. Amy says, appreciate your channel. I'm learning so much watching all your videos. Really want to expand out into men's clothing. Hey, I love to hear that. Love to hear that. I really enjoy men's clothing. It's less returns in women's clothing. The styles are a little more simple. So it helps me streamline. And, just for me, I just have more knowledge about men's clothing. So it helps me out. Tam says, I love Senior Day. Tend to source more here on Senior Day for that 25% off. Yeah, love the 25% off. Especially at my thrifts, like you'll see the prices on these. Like, that's not a good example. I mean, I do pick up like the cheapest stuff, but like, for example, this has $25 on it. So if I were just to go in and pay $25 for it, it wouldn't even be worth it, even though these are some new tags REI hiking pants. But it's half off, so that takes it down to $12.50, and then with the 25% off, that puts me at between $9 and $10. So if you were at REI and they had these for $9, people would be buying the whole entire shelf. So that's kind of the thought process when it comes to this specific thrift store. Is I'm basically just stacking the discounts to take their high prices, and they know it's a lot of resellers at this store. I would say 90% of the people in there are resellers. They know that they're going to price high, and if the item is better than they think, they're going to sell it at full price. And if it's like what they think, it's going to hit that half off, and they're going to sell it for half off. And then, of course, they know that there's like a few people like me that go in and buy tons and tons of stuff when it's half off plus that 25% off on senior day. So they have that built into their structure. They know that's how the game kind of works. So that's why they can get away with pricing REI pants at 25 bucks. Adam says any Tiger Woods item is cash, especially at $4. Yeah, absolutely. As long as there's no hole in the crotch, we're good. Okay, sounds like you guys cannot hear the weed whacker, so that's very good. I'll try to stay focused and not be distracted. It's seriously so loud. I'm shocked you guys can't hear it, but I love to hear that it's doing its job and keeping that noise out. Cuban resellers here. Hello from Miami. Can't believe you don't have thousands of views. You are one of the best YouTube resellers. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm trying to get thousands of views. Jeremiah's here. What's up, man? Love seeing your channel grow. It's funny when I'm talking to other resellers how most of them already follow you and watch your content. Hey, that's great. I love to hear that. Nessia is here. Hi, Caleb. Appreciate all the info you put out. Your tip on looking up style codes has really helped with me with my listing, so thank you. You're very welcome. I'm a big believer in the style code life. You came to the right place, learning about how to use style codes to increase your sales. Okay, not a great brand. Izod. It is the saltwater line, which is better. It's more summery. As you can see, it's a nice little, it's not seersucker, but it's like meant to look like seersucker. Where's the tag on this thing? Sorry, tag's running away from me. Okay, the retail price on this is $60. Okay, get my face out here so it focuses. $60. Okay, I paid $6 for this. It's new with tags. It's a great summer to fall item. Really good size of 2XL. So I had a video not too long ago where I used the example of factor stacking, and it was a horrible job. So I apologize if I was misleading there. I was just saying it as a concept, and I wanted to give credit to Kaylee Lane who came up with that term. But this is a better example. I'm taking a pretty like mid-level, maybe even bad brand, but it's new at tags. It's a good style for the season. It's a really good size, and that's why this ends up being a decent item. Probably list it for 25, 27. Sell it for $20 or more. I'm not afraid to pick up the bad brands if I know I can sell them. And here is pretty much the exact same thing, only a slightly better brand. J. Crew, little green striped summer shirt. It literally says on the collar here, this is called their lightweight shirt. So there you go. So this has tagged at 18. So half off is 9, and then 25% off of 9. Can somebody get their calculator out? Pretty sure that's like $7. So what I'm doing here is I'm just stacking up the items really nice and neat so that when the items lay on top of each other, it kind of acts as like a press to press some of the wrinkles out. Here we have some Tommy Bahama cotton, cargo, elastic waist, drawstring shorts. That's the secret combination. Shout out to Big Yumbo. He put me on these last year. Tommy Bahama, cargo, cotton, elastic waist, drawstring. If it has all 5, it's good. These were $3. So they're starting to price down the shorts. Half off plus 25% off. I did see some very, very, very light marks right here, but I think it's going to be okay. Paid $7 for this Peter Millar Crown Sport quarter zip. The performance quarter zips from Peter Millar sell amazing for me for about $40. So 7 into 40, I'm happy to do it. This one does have some like pilling to the fabric. So I'm going to take my fabric shaver to it and see how it cleans up. If it doesn't clean up perfectly, what I'll do is keep it because I wanted to keep one, but I hate to keep stuff that I make money on. So that's my own personal dilemma. All right. Paid $4.50 for these pants, Pasco. I just found this brand for the first time last week. Good sales price, bad sell-through rate. So what I'm doing is I'm counting on the power of my store to sell outdoor items, good outdoor items, and hoping to sell that faster than the average sell-through rate. But the sales price is pretty good, 30 to 40 bucks for $4.50. That's a fair gamble, in my opinion. $6, half off, so under $3 for these. These are some Fabletics pants. Here you can see that F. That's the Fabletics F. These sell for about 20, maybe 25 bucks is where I'll list them. Probably list it at 25. They sell for about 20. The style code, the tag with the style code is still in there. One tricky thing with the Fabletics pants is they don't have the little size dot like Lululemon. So if the tag is ripped out, which is very common, it can be hard to figure out what you have. But when the style code is still in there, that's when I like to pick them up. Okay, paid $6 for some Under Armour joggers. I love picking up these performance-y Under Armour joggers. They don't sell for tons of money, but I list them for 25 and usually sell them from 20 to 25. Another thing that I do is just like Nike, come behind the care tag and see that little style number. I'll type that into Google, get the exact name for these. There is one line called like the Unstoppable joggers. Those ones sell for like 30 for me. $4.50 for some vintage Nike windbreaker pants, track pants, swishy pants, swoosh logo on the leg, ankle zip. Those are some keywords I'm going to use in my title. These sell great for me. Because they're all black, I might try to get a little bit more, maybe like 30 bucks. Here's an example of the pricing at the thrift store. So these were 8 and half off. When it's marked with red, this tells me that they marked the price down from another price, and it also has the other color tag here behind it. So let's see what they originally priced it at. Okay, so they originally had this priced at 20 bucks. So on the deepest discount, it would have been $7.50. But I got it for $3. These are some Levi's. Name that style. Cover up. Name that style. Size 29 by 34, so actually amazing size. 29 is like kind of a little bit of a bummer because it doesn't get as many searches as like a 30. But small inseam, small waist, long inseam for Levi's is usually a good combination. Those were some 501 button flies. Just modern, not anything crazy vintage or super valuable. But I sell those for 25 to 30 bucks. Sometimes 20. But for $3, that's a great find for me. I just had a habit rip this tag off and threw it in here. Okay, same thing with this one. It used to be $18. Now it's $8. So with the discounts, it's $3 for some Levi's 505. The reason I picked these up, 505 has been selling a little bit slower for me, but 34 is a decent size. So I picked them up because they were $3. Almost all Levi's at $3. If it's a good size, I'm going to pick up. Here's an item looking forward to fall and winter. They had it priced cheap because it's out of season. So that's like $4. Some Eddie Bauer Travex fleece-lined pants. So with the fleece lining, not a good item for summer, but really good item for fall and winter. And Travex line, increase in value. It is women's, which Eddie Bauer women's doesn't sell amazing for me. But I like the price and I like the function of these pants. So I'm happy to pay $4 for a really solid winter item. How you guys doing in the chat? If you're watching the replay, make sure to let me know what your best thrift find was recently and what your favorite find from my thrift haul is. Make sure you hit that like button. Okay, same thing here. They lowered the price. Used to be, now I'm just like curious what what the original price was on these. Original price 25, down to 10. So I paid $4 for these. 569s. Not an amazing style, not the worst style, but once again, because they're cheap, like when fall comes, I have so much denim and Levi's in my store. When fall comes, it's going to be fun. Just nice little bread and butter sales. You know, when I'm only paying $5, I can afford to sell those for 20. Okay, here's one I paid up for. I paid $12 for these. The reason I paid $12 for these are Levi's 527s, which is a pretty decent cut. But they have these really cool zip pockets and this really cool like light wash faded out gray. This color sells really well for me, this faded out gray. So the 527s I usually list for $30. I'm probably going to list these at 35 or 40 because they're just a little bit unique. So that's why I'm willing to pay $12 for them. And even if I sell them for, you know, that $25 to $30 price, still going to make my $10 on them. Here we have some Polo Ralph Lauren jeans, $6. If you look inside the pocket, this is where you can find the style code. Hampton Relaxed Straight, very decent, pretty decent style for the Polo Ralph Lauren jeans. 30 by 34, excellent size. So once again, I'm getting a little bit pickier with some of those models. Like they used to sell amazing for me, but because of summer, they started selling a little bit slower. And because I was listing so many of them, I just don't think the demand really was keeping up with, even with my store, like doubling, tripling, quadrupling how much I'm putting on to my own store in those styles and sizes, But the good sizes at cheap prices, I'm definitely going to keep grabbing. Okay, here's a very interesting item. I don't know if this is like real or fake, to be honest. It just has a little bit of some just suspect qualities to it. But what it is are some vintage Levi's silver tab. Oh, there's no size tag. Maybe that's a good indication they're not good. Actually, I can see where it was stitched in, but then removed. So I don't know. I'm going to have to do some research on here. The button actually looks good. You guys see that? The button looks good. So I don't know. Still trying to figure it out. But anyway, these are a cotton polyester blend. It's called a dress jean. They're flare style. So that's obviously great. The wider the leg, the better. Vintage silver tab flare dress jeans. I'll have to look them up on eBay and compare with other ones to see if those are legit. But it was cool enough that I wasn't going to leave it behind. Paid $6 for those. Paid $6 for these as well. Some Denim and Supply jeans. This is a okay line of Ralph Lauren, not as good as it once was. These are slim, so I don't know if that's really good or bad. But Denim and Supply, if it's $6 or less, I just usually pick it up, to be honest. I'd be curious to know what like the sell-through rate data and stuff is on that. Amy says outsourcing today, 99 cent sale at a name brand clothing store. Hey, that's great. I'll have to come to Omaha. Dorothy says hello from Jacksonville. How's it going? Miss Lachey says put a pause on sourcing until my cash flow catches up. That is a very smart business decision. and I respect that, and I'm proud of you for doing that. It's very hard to be disciplined as a reseller to know when to cut yourself off and just work on what you have and what you have in your store, working on improving the things that you have, liquidating or selling the things that you have. So I think that's amazing. Giovanni says they make modern silver tab, by the way. Yes. I don't know if these are modern or those are modern or vintage because there was no care tag or size tag. I looked where the modern care tag and size tag would be. I didn't see any like loose stitching from somebody cutting or ripping those tags out, but I did see one down inside the left leg, which is where the vintage tag would be. So I think if they are legit, they are vintage, but we'll see. Paid $6 for this vintage Y2K Nike windbreaker jacket. These are great bread and butter in my store. Some really good ones can sell for over $100. Some basic ones, I usually list around $30 or so, plus shipping. Paid about $2 for these Under Armour joggers. I don't know why they had these priced so cheap, but they're kind of like a knit material instead of a performance-y material. So maybe they thought that was weird or something. But it does have the style code here. So I will look up the style code and figure out what the model name is. But Under Armour joggers for $2 in the fall, those are going to be easy 20, $25. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, what do we got here? What do we got here? Unfortunately, it's one of the worst salvage jeans you can find. Some Uniqlo salvage denim. I passed on these at full price, which would have been $12, but they made it to me at half off, so I was able to get them for $6. The salvage ones still sell for like $35. Like, I don't know why I was so hesitant to pick them up at full price. Like, they do have some weird, like a weird wash to them. Like, you can see where the person's like cell phone was in their pocket and wallet was in their pocket. So maybe that's why I was a little more hesitant to pick them up, even though they sell really well. But you know, as far as salvage jeans go, really not that crazy. Paid $7.50 for some Jordan Craig distressed jeans. These are very Y2K in style, which is why I picked them up. And this style of jeans are just selling amazing. Not the best size, 42, 32, but I think that the style and color will really sell those. I've sold Jordan Craig before for 30, $35. Didn't look them up, so don't really know what they go for right now. Paid $6 for some Levi's 527s. They do have this cool flap pocket on the back, which I've seen one other time. And I do list these a little bit higher because anything unique when it comes to Levi's and denim, there's so many collectors, there's so many people into Levi's. You just need the right buyer. But of course, I'm still willing to sell that for the $25 I usually sell them for. Here we have a Levi's Premium with the big E, not vintage big E, but a Levi's Premium big E. Paid $6 for these. It says that they're the highball. I don't really know what that style means. Highball. But black denim. I like selling black denim. So Levi's Premium black denim for $6. That's a buy for me. Curious to see how that model does, but either way, I know I'm good because it's black denim and the Levi's Premium line. Paid $6 for this Adidas jacket. If you could feel this, it's just a very high quality jacket from the Climalite line. A lot of times when you see this, this is usually made for like the players. This is not a player issue because it doesn't have anything like on here. But when you see that kind of thing, it's like their higher end stuff because they're going to give this to the athletes. And if you were able to feel this, you could tell, like, see how much it stretches. It's super performance-y. I think this is Delaware Blue Hens, maybe. If Adam's still in here, he can tell me. If not, I'll look it up later. Oh, it says Delaware on the back, so I'm probably right. $6. I usually sell those for about 25 to 30 bucks. I picked this up for I have no idea why, just being honest. I just like the print. Just thought this was super interesting. A vintage long sleeve, like mock neck. It's like in between a t-shirt and a sweatshirt. Surf Dancer Alaska. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. For $3. Sometimes $3, you just buy something cool. Not financial advice. All right, here's another item I paid up for. I not paid up for, but I bought before it went half off. But they only had it at $10, so $7.50 for some G Star Raw jeans. These are the Arc. Can you guys see that? Arc 3D Slim. You can see that it kind of like curves around where your legs would go. These Arc models, the 3D Arc models, sell really well for me. Button fly, pretty even wash, good condition. The sizing can be weird on the G Star Raw jeans, and I think that's why sometimes my thrift store prices them down. When the size doesn't match the dimensions, they kind of notice that and they think that something's wrong with it. The G Star Raw jeans just stretch and shrink really weird. Like the size is always way different than the tag. So what I'll do is I'll put the tag size and the measurements in the title because I just know it's going to be off. All right, that was one of 3 IKEA bags. So I got 2 more left to go. I got to pick up the pace a little bit. We've been going for 36 minutes. Do you guys like the longer videos or the shorter, more edited videos? You guys let me know in the comments or in the chat. I've been seeing comments both ways, so trying to figure out a kind of a consensus. Right now I'm just doing a little bit of both. So here's that brand that I found earlier in the Polo, Unreal. These were some joggers. Joggers and these performance brands that sell well are just some of the best items you can get from those brands. Paid $6 for them. Nice little item there, honestly. There were a couple marks on these, like dark marks, but I think that those are good enough that they'll still sell pretty well. Here we have a Disney Spirit jersey. When you see this big like thing across the back, you want to look inside and look for the word Spirit jersey. People collect these, and they're very desirable from Disney collectors and goers and people that are into Disney. So if they're cheap, I pick them up. If they're priced up, I look up the specific one because there are specific ones that sell for hundreds. So that was obviously, I just got it cheap, so I didn't look it up. On the low end, probably 20, 25 bucks. But sometimes they can go for way more. Okay, what did I pay here? $4 for some Under Armour sweatpants. Nothing crazy. I think I said this in one of my last hauls, but I am just loading up on the fleece joggers and sweatpants that sold amazing for me last year because I know that the price is going to go up by 25 to 50% at my thrift stores as soon as fall hits. So I'm trying to buy them up now while I have no competition for them as well. Here we have some Mac Weldon chino pants. The sell-through rate on this brand has really gone down, but in the pants, the sales price has remained relatively solid. So it's something that, I guess I wouldn't like 100% endorse everyone pick them up. They do kind of have like this salvagey inside. It's not like I'll probably put salvage in like the item specific somewhere. You can tell that they're really high quality. And that's probably what keeps the sales price high, but it's just not a popular brand anymore, so they don't sell super fast. But I'm okay with picking up stuff like that sometimes because my store in general sells really fast. And I'm okay to take offers. I have a good cost of goods on that item. It's affordable. I can take a good offer. And I also got 2 pairs, the same size. So I'm kind of tempted to try lotting them up and see if I can get like one really nice sale out of it. maybe like 2 for 50. I don't know. Okay, here we have a very interesting item. One that kind of surprised me. These are some Carhartt joggers, which I'd never seen before. But when I looked in on the tag, it said Carhartt. I'm struggling with the tags here today, guys. Sorry. Carhartt Work in Progress. Work in Progress is their streetwear line. So these aren't like crazy valuable or anything. I mean, there were some good sales, not a crazy sell-through rate. But the Work in Progress line is definitely something you want to be on the lookout for with Carhartt because some of the stuff can sell for crazy money. I paid $3 for these vintage and one mesh basketball pants. Very random niche item. Once again, kind of a slower sell-through rate because it's such a niche thing, but really good sales price because people that collect the vintage and one basketball stuff, eBay is the only place you can find it. Paid $3 for this Dunning Golf quarter zip. Not something I like would overly recommend, but it does have a golf course logo on there. I looked up Spur golf course logo because that's a spur for like a cowboy boot, and found out that this was Shooting Stars Golf Club in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Maybe Jackson Hole something. I don't know. Either way, it's not like an overly prestigious course where you're going to get hundreds of dollars, but it is one that does like what I usually do for the golf courses is I'll type in the golf course polo, and then I'll look for comps from polos that I know what just the baseline value is. So like for me, if I see like a Peter Millar, the baseline value is about 20 to 25 on those right now. So if I see that they're selling for like 35 with that golf course on there, I know that that actually helps the value a little bit. And that was the case with those. I paid $7.50 for this Alex Mill. Can you guys see that? Alex Mill button-up shirt. I didn't do too much research on this. I just typed in Alex Mill button-up shirt and saw really good sales prices and really good sell-through rate. So I didn't really do a deep dive into the exact value of this shirt, but I'm guessing that's a pretty good brand. Can anybody confirm if that's a Bolo? Alex Mill? Is that like a really good brand? It stood out to me because it felt high quality, so I grabbed it. Paid $6 for some vintage made in USA Levi's. It's black, which is good, but they're 550s, which is pretty meh right now. But I'm never gonna leave made in USA Levi's behind, honestly, for $6. Paid $9 for some diesel jeans. These are the Tefar model. Slim carrot. I have no idea what any of that means. But diesel jeans have been flying for me. Like they have been selling within a day of listing for $45. So I just gotten to the point now where if I see diesel under $15, I just buy it. I don't question it. Paid $7 for some Levi's 527s, size 34-30. Nice, like even distressing on it. Think that will sell well. About $30. I paid $6 for this Bauer padded hockey shirt. This was like a weird thing to comp because I just couldn't quite get it to pull up just this style. But for $6, it's new with tags. And there was some really good sales data for things that looked like that, but I couldn't find the exact model. So for $6, I just kind of took a gamble. My rule for me personally, not recommending this for everybody, if it's under $10 and it seems interesting, could be good, I usually just take the gamble, to be honest. I'm not recommending that 100%, but that's what I do. If it's over $10, I leave it if there's not the right data. Big John says, what size do you look for in diesel jeans? I've gotten to the point where I don't even really look at the size, but I do think the smaller waist sizes are better. Paid $6 for some Levi's 507. These are, I think, Y2K. See, when were these made? The 02? 02. I think 2002. So vintage Y2K 507s, black. We've already gone over black jeans are great. Happy to pick those up for $6. Paid $4 for some Banana Republic travel jeans. I sell these for about $20, but they sell really quick, and I like the colored ones as well. So not going to get rich off that item, but if you sell thousands of them, you can. So just an item that sells quick for me. Here we have another Spirit jersey. This one is for the Disney Cruise Line and has like a glitter print. Is that coming through on camera? Like a glitter print. Once again, cheap Spirit jersey. I just pick it up. I only picked up 2 pairs of shoes yesterday. Here's the other pair of shoes I got. Does anybody know the model of these On Clouds? Please let me know in the chat. I paid $7.50 for them, 25% off of 10. They look a little dingy, but the condition is actually really good. And I'm guessing these are $40, $50 shoes. Could be way more, honestly. I've sold On Clouds for really, really high amount. I don't know what this model goes for. It's a women's 7.5. So $7.50. Happy to pay that for these. Miss Lachey says Alex Mills seems to be middle of the road. Okay. Well, the button-up shirts looked like they had some high comps, so hopefully that rings true when I go to list them. Okay, I got an Under Armour 2-piece tracksuit. I paid $15 for it. It's size 3XL, and it is a Steph Curry one. Let me see if I can find his logo somewhere on here. Yeah, it is from the Steph Curry line. Honestly, I have no idea what that's worth. There wasn't much sales data on that. But I like getting the full suits, like the full track suits, the top and the bottom. They seems to really help the sell-through rate and the sales price being able to sell them together. I paid $7 for these Under Armour pants. They're new with tags, so that made it even just a little bit better. The retail price on them is only $30. Oh, because they're youth. Okay. So I totally missed that these were youths, to be honest. Would I have still picked them up? Probably not, just being honest. But I'm not going to lose money. $7 for brand new Under Armour joggers. We'll live. Okay, paid $7 for some Y2K jeans. School of Hard Knocks. This is what the tag looks like. Now, these don't have anything crazy on them, but there were some pairs of this brand that were selling for hundreds of dollars. That Y2K jean style is just so in right now. If you find one with the embroideries or anything crazy on the back or cool stitching, definitely could be onto something really good there. I think those will be a little bit more basic, but it's all good. I paid $15 a piece for 2 pairs of these 7 Diamonds Generation jeans. The retail price on these is $130. I saw a comp of a used pair for $60, but there wasn't much sales data either way. But when I saw a used one sold for $60, I was happy to pay $50 for 2 brand new pairs. Do I dare lot them together? I don't know. I'd have $30 into the lot. Big John says, sold my first pair of Nike shoes I got from Burlington for 20 bucks, sold for 110. First shoes going to eBay authenticity. That's amazing. That's amazing. It's nice to get that free label and send it out knowing that you had a nice sale. Carrie's here. Thanks for the help. On Cloud model is On Cloud Venture Peak. Are they good? Hope they're good. Need to write that down. Venture Peak. Ryan says, I know you probably go over this often, but how do you approach marking down the items in your store? So I recently started using Autoposher as a virtual assistant for my eBay store, and they automatically send out offers, and they also automatically take down my listing every 30 days and create a fresh new listing with all the same information to keep it fresh in the algorithm. And I have it set up every time it does that to lower the price by 5%. So every 30 days, the price is lowering by 5%. I also, like for items that are over a year, will do an additional sale on top of that, where I'll just do like 50% off or something like that. Paid 60 bucks, not 60 bucks, paid $6. Okay, so you guys know I'm not cheesing here. $6 for some Nike joggers, size large, tall. These are nice and lightweight ones, so they'll sell well even this summer or this fall. Once again, I'll just look up the style code, get the style name for those, list them for 25 to 30 bucks, sell them between 20 and 25 bucks. That's just my Nike routine. Worth a pickup should get 25 or more, just not sure how fast. Is that on the on clouds? $200 new on Amazon. Hey, that's good. Ryan says, as a new seller with only 55 listings and 75 sold, what size would you recommend paying for Autoposher? Well, just the VA services, I think it's $40 a month or maybe $35 a month. So I don't think, especially with your sell-through rate, you have such an amazing sell-through rate. I would just say just keep doing what you're doing and work on scaling your business. I would put that $40 into more items because you're finding items that sell really quickly. So I definitely wouldn't recommend it at your level, but we'll see. Like I can't really figure out. I'd have to do some like crazy calculations to figure out when it would pay off. But I would say if you see your sell-through rate start to dip, that would be a time to consider it because that's the biggest thing it helps with because it keeps you fresh in the algorithm. And Miss Lachey said 25 on the Alex Mill shirt. Okay, cool. Hopefully more than 25 on the On Clouds then. I paid $7.50 for this Barber shirt. Shout out to my friend Spencer at the thrift store. He was going to pass on this one, asked if I wanted it. $7.50 is a little bit more than I want to spend because the sell-through rate on the shirts is pretty slow, but the sales price can be good. And I've sold them before and sold them pretty quick, even though the sell-through rate isn't that great. So I'm not too worried about it. Paid two something for this Polo Ralph Lauren track jacket. I think they priced this one down because some of the like lettering on the graphic here was kind of coming off. But honestly, the rest of it was in perfect condition. Doesn't seem like overly worn or anything. So, yeah, Ralph Lauren jacket for $2. Sign me up. Okay, we've been going 54 minutes here. I got one IKEA bag left right here. It's very full still. Let's go rapid fire here for a little bit. Go rapid fire, and then you can still keep going in the chat, and I will catch back up with it in just a moment. Okay, paid $6 for this Patagonia Henley waffle thermal thing. No idea what that's worth, but Patagonia for $6, I'm grabbing it. Same thing here, $6 for this Disney sweatshirt. Reason I grabbed it is it's new with tags. So it will be a great item this fall. Probably nothing crazy on there, like 20 bucks, but 6 into 20 is fine with me. Paid 750 for this Peter Millar quarter zip. I will look up the style code on this one because it's not one that I know off the top of my head. It has this extra zip pocket here on the chest, but the performance quarter zips from Peter Millar I sell for anywhere from $30 to $40 on like just the base, like the base model. So if that one's upgraded, it could be even more. Caught the thrift store slipping on this Lululemon hoodie. It didn't have any tags or anything, and this like really blended in the logo. Paid $750 for it. I didn't wait for it to go half off, but normally this would be priced at $25 full price. So happy to find that they missed that one and pick it up for $750. I'm sure a Lululemon men's hoodie in a modern style is probably 30 bucks minimum. Paid $750 for this Michael Kors shirt. Not a brand that I necessarily recommend picking up, but it is new at tags. So because it's new at tags, I picked it up. It's a nice, like solid blue color, which is very popular for people wearing to the office or for dressing up or wearing under a suit, different things like that. So that's a pretty good color that sells often. Paid $750 for some 527s in size 32-30. We've already gone over a bunch of 527s today. Paid $750 for some 501s. These are 36-34. Grab those because of the long inseam. Paid $750 for another pair of 501s, 33-34, even better size, smaller waist than inseam, better size. Paid $750 for some Under Armour joggers. Project Rock, this little bull logo, gonna help the value even more. These usually sell for 20 to 25. With that logo, those could be 30 to 35. I didn't look it up. I just know it helps the value and helps the sell-through rate. Paid 12 bucks for some Rockaware Y2K jeans, new at tags. This is a Y2K brand that's had a resurgence with the Y2K stuff. I don't know if those are modern or actually from Y2K, but it's definitely that style. Here we have a J. Crew women's button-up, paid $4.50. It's new at tags. That's the reason I picked that one up. I don't really like selling women's, especially the tops. There's a lot of item specifics that are very nuanced. But for $4.50, new at tags, I picked it up. Here's another pair of 501s, 33-34, button fly, paid $750. I think that's like 4 pairs of 501s in this bag. So I must have found these all in a similar area. Paid $750 for this Under Armour hoodie. It's very basic, but it is new at tags, which is why I was willing to pay $750 for it. There we go. Paid $6 for this Minnesota Vikings Salute to Service Nike hoodie. Miss Lachey says, be sure to hit the like button. We got 33 people in here, so hopefully there's at least 33 likes. Hit that like button. Paid $750 for some Y2K Sean John jeans. Just another example of going with the trending style. They're super wide, super baggy. They got some little things on the back. Paid $750 for a 2-piece Adidas tracksuit. Same thing as the Under Armour one, only this one was a lot cheaper. Size 4X on the pants and size 3X on the jacket. So that's the only slight bummer about that, is hopefully those sizes match up enough that somebody will buy it. Paid 12 bucks for some Ralph Lauren new with tags dress pants. These are the Ultra Flex line. I didn't look these up. Retail price is 100 bucks on them. Really nice lightweight wool material. Probably about 40 bucks, if I had to guess. Paid 750 for some Levi's. They're 511s, which is not a good cut, but this bright red color really stood out to me, and I've had really good success selling colorful Levi's jeans. Good size as well. They have a nice long inseam. Let's see. Yeah, 34, 34. Paid $3 for this Lucky Brand Venice Burnout Henley shirt. These used to sell really well. They're super thin. I mean, you can like see me through the shirt. But yeah, I picked this one up because it was $3. Just a nice little cheap bread and butter in the store. I paid $15 for some really interesting like party rave pants. These are actually from Free People. Retail price is $130 on these metallic joggers. I didn't look these up. I just grabbed them, to be honest. $15. Okay, I paid $4 for these QOR pants, but they are new with tags. They had two pairs of these. One was used, and one was new. They both were $10, so after the discounts, like $4. I grabbed the new pair. It's very confusing. The comps, I don't know if there are two brands that have very similar names because some were showing like really low, but then I saw like a pair sold for like $100. So honestly, I just grabbed it because it was cheap. And then I also got some selvage denim, brand new with tags from the same brand. I did have to pay $15 for these, but because they were salvage and I saw the high sales price on the pants, I just took the gamble for $15 there. All right, last two items. They're both the same item. I paid $12 for two, $12 each for two new with tags Brooks Brothers long sleeve polos. Retail price on this one is $80. I've sold new with tags Brooks Brothers for really good money before. It sells quickly for me. And the retail price on this one is $80 as well. They are a slightly different model, but yeah, really good item. So that's everything. That's 105 items from the thrift store. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Is it Al or AI? Al? Probably Al. Hey, did your Knicks boots sell? Do you mean my Whites boots? Miss Lachey says, what's your favorite piece? What is my favorite piece? Let's see if I can see the side of something. What's crazy is like it doesn't really feel like there was any bangers in there. Do you guys feel like there was any bangers? I felt like it was like a lot of like mid stuff and then the good stuff I kind of paid up on. So I don't know. Kind of hard to know. But that's what my business runs on, just finding the good deals, stuff that I can sell quickly, stuff that I can know that it sells, get it, under like their typical pricing at the thrift store, stacking the discounts and just moving the items as fast as I can, trying to sell a ton of items. My sales have really rebounded lately. I think I'm up 10% over the last 30 days. It's definitely helped to have some really um, like high dollar sales. I've had like a lot of like $100, $150 sales trickle in. So at the end of this month, I'll do my July recap where I show you guys my best sales. I'm sure there'll be some really good ones in there. Got a lot of people saying good haul. Al says, yeah, the whites. Yes, I sold the whites for 380, 285, 285 plus 15 shipping. So about $300. So that'll be in that next video. I think I sold them on July 1st. Mariana, is it Mariana? Mariana, great prices in my area. Thrift stores price things almost like retail stores. Yeah, I mean, my thrift store does as well. I mean, if you look at the price tags, but I've just tried to figure out the best way to maximize the discount structure that they have to really maximize my profit. But you gotta play with the cards that you're dealt. I mean, you got to find the items that they miss. You got to learn how to stack as many discounts as possible. If there aren't any discounts, um, yeah, then you're just kind of having to hope that they miss or being able to pay up for the really, really good items, which is something that I had to learn too. Al says you gave them a deal. Yeah, I had them listed for I think 550 because there was none listed and none sold. Very rare model. But to be honest, that's such a unique item. I just didn't want to hold on to it forever. I'm just happy to make. I mean, I made like $180 profit after fees and shipping and whatnot. So can't really complain about $180 going in my pocket. I still got to tell you guys my favorite find. I got to think here. Let me look through some of them. What's your guys' favorite find? Let me know what you think the best single item flip is based on what I paid and what I expect to sell it for. What do you guys think? I don't know. There's not really anything that's standing out to me. I guess I'll go with those QOR pants that I got for $4. I guess I'll go with that. Just mostly because they missed that they were new at tags because they had the new at tags pair other one priced at $40 and I got it for $4. So hopefully I can get those sold for some good money here. Well, if you're here live or if you're watching the replay, make sure you hit that like button so we can get this going in the algorithm. Really enjoy making content for you guys. But to be honest, I'm not really getting any more views than usual, or making much money at all from this. So I'm really just doing it for you guys to help you guys out. So if you can like and subscribe, that helps me out. And if you want to let me know what I can do to provide you guys value, what you guys are needing, what can help you guys, that's really what I'm here to do. And that's what I'm hoping to do with this channel and with the time I have put into this. So I appreciate you guys for being here if you're live. And if you're watching the replay, I appreciate you as well. And yeah, have a wonderful day. I'm going to get to listen this stuff. Enjoy the rest of my day. So take care, guys.